Hello everyone, in episode 2, Kang Jin-boom had officially become chairman. Many people who previously looked down on him turned around and supported him. That was a very significant difference that he felt. However, there were still many supporters of Taeho's father. Even though his father had died, they still sincerely support Kang Jin-boom. They also supported Taeho, who would soon join Taesang group. Seok-hyang asked Jin-boom to be careful of Taeho, because Taeho, who was crazy about study, suddenly decided to stop studying something he liked just to learn about business. Seok-hyang believed that Taeho would be a treat to her family. Coincidentally, that day was the day Taemin was released from prison. Taemin's true nature was still unclear. If we look at the nature of his family, it was possible that he is also evil, just like his parents. But he was very kind to Taeho. Maybe it was a pretense so that Taeho wouldn't be suspicious of him and still like him. Meanwhile, Taeho started working out at TS Fitness. He came to TS Fitness at 5 a.m. when TS Fitness was not yet open. On the first day, he started exercising at TS Fitness at 6 a.m. because Hyosim forbade him to exercise when TS Fitness was not open yet. And that day, Hwang Ji-san was chosen to train Taeho. Hwang Ji-won objected because his house was far away. He couldn't afford to have to train Taeho at 5 in the morning, but he had to because he had the lowest salary. Apart from that, in this episode, Hyosim and Sunsun fight again. Sunsun's habit was to make good things to Hyosim when she felt guilty towards Hyosim. At the time, Sunsun wanted to cook Hyosim's favorite food, and she praised Hyosim in front of the stall owner. Hyosim thought that Sunsun did that because Hyodo bought a car with the money he owed. She was also annoyed at Sunsun's way of educating Hyodo, who always defended Hyodo. Sunsun's emotions were provoked. She was annoyed with Hyosim and suddenly she brought up her husband. She told Hyosim that no matter how bad she was, she didn't leave the family like her husband did. Because she was very angry, she threw Hyosim out of her house and said that Hyosim would come to her and apologize to her if Hyosim found it difficult to have a family. Sunsun always fight with Hyosim while she and her 3 sons rarely fight. If she always troubles Hyosim, then her 3 sons trouble Hyosim and also trouble her. Her first son had a wife who didn't appreciate her. Hyojung, who was focused on becoming a lawyer, always asked for pocket money from her. Apart from that, in this episode, Myung-hee managed to escape from the house where she was locked up by Seok-hyang. And at the end of this episode, Hyosim suddenly became the trainer who would train Taeho. It seemed like she needed extra money because she had to pay her mother and brother's debt. They were both in debt but couldn't be contacted at all, so the debt collector met Hyosim and asked Hyosim to pay her mother and brother's debt. Okay everyone, that's the storyline this time and thank you for watching my video.